What's up, guys? It's your boy Rich, aka Library Monster on TikTok, here for another episode of Behind the Library. And boy, we got some interesting stuff to talk about today. That opening track was called Subway Dreams. It's by a guy named Den Hang. It's on YouTube Studio, one of the open source royalty free tracks. Really cool, really nice melody. I wanted to open up with that. But it's anything but a dream on the subway in Gotham City these days, man. Let me tell you, these streets are getting really, really ugly. And the subway is no exception. Now, the thing that I found most interesting is I think that we weren't meant to realize exactly how freaking awful we are as a species, as a society. But the internet has helped with that. Because, wow, some of the stuff I've seen posted recently has just been out of this world. I saw on TikTok just today. I haven't been able to find it anywhere else, so I can't put it up on the YouTube channel. But it's a video of this guy. He comes in the subway with his girlfriend, and he is ranting and raving. He's going off. Now, from what he's saying, you can kind of get the gist that he thinks that that's not his baby, that she was cheating. He kept going on and on about, some guy hitting her up on his phone or whatever. And so you're like, all right, this guy is going off and she's pregnant. He probably shouldn't be yelling at her, But yeah, anyway, that's, a couple's business and whatever. So everyone, you understand something. In New York, everyone kind of is in their own little world. For the listeners that aren't, from here, everyone kind of minds their own business, and they did get to sit down. He didn't want to let her get a seat at first, which, upset people. Like, yo, let her sit down. She's upset. You're upset. She's pregnant. Just, And so finally, they both sit down. They both find a seat. And he's going in and in and in. And then the person that posted this put up a second part. And it didn't show exactly what he did, but it did show him on the ground with some people all around him. I assume that they pushed him to the ground. And it showed her on the ground, the girlfriend, the pregnant girlfriend. It showed her on the ground, and she looks hurt. She's holding her stomach as if something had hit her stomach. And I couldn't really tell from the comments what had happened, but he was just livid. This guy, I shouldn't even call him a guy. He's a piece of shit. If he fucking... Part of my language, he's a piece of shit if he actually hit a pregnant woman. Look, I don't care if she was cheating or not. She could have been cheating with 100 guys. You keep your hand to yourself. But the thing that was scary to me when I saw this wasn't that actually happened. It was just like, my reaction to it was like, yep, that's what's going on out here. Yeah, it did not surprised me at all. We're getting desensitized to the real. I remember back in the day when I was coming up, people were worried that fictional violence was going to affect people, and that it was going to desensitize us to real violence, right? Well, thanks to the magic of the internet, real violence is desensitizing us to real violence, I think, because there's so much violent videos out there. Because that's the first thing to do. When anything pops off, everyone goes to their phone now. And not to call the cops either, to record what's happening. And so they go to their phone and they record it and they post it up, and it's just video after video, incident after incident of people just going ape shit. Like they lose all reason, they get violent, and you're just like, man, that's... I hate to say that that's real life, but it seems like it is. I just... for better or worse, it's weird that it doesn't have the same impact that I think it once had. Because, like, you would hear these things. Like, when I was, again, back in the day, when I was coming up, I sound really old, but, I'm kind of old, fuck it. No, when I was coming up, you would hear things. Like, people would tell you stories. Like, you would get to work or you would get to school, and someone would go, man, you never guess what happened today. This, and this, and this. And you're like, damn, that's crazy. So, but you didn't see it. There was no visual. You're just going off of anecdotal evidence from someone that just told you what happened. Now you see it, and you see it so damn often that it doesn't even resonate. And so I'm worried, man. I'm worried. But you know what's weird? I think everyone is actually feeling like something is gonna pop off. Like everyone, there is this undercurrent of something's going to happen, and COVID, the elections, the rioting, the civil unrest, all that stuff has come to play, and now we have, the streets are getting more violent, and everyone is kind of just slowly waiting for that last shoe to drop. You know what I mean? So this is the tension. There's just tension everywhere right now, and it's just manifesting on the street. Now, those of you that are from New York, you probably heard the story. Those of you not, you probably haven't. But a while back, some guy, some random lunatic, attacked Rick Moranis. Rick Moranis was a star of, Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, and Little Shop of Horrors, and Ghostbusters. He was the keymaster, and he's like a staple in New York, like the very famous New York actor. He loves this city. And he was just randomly attacked on the street. There was no rhyme or reason. I don't even think the guy who attacked him knew that was who he was attacking. And that was a huge story here for like a good week. Finally, they apparently they've caught this guy, and I'm gonna play the video for you that haven't seen the actual attack. I guess if it bothers you, don't tune into the YouTube channel. But for those of you just listening, I'll just describe it. See, I'm over here on NBC News, and it actually has a warning if they find this disturbing. They're just re-putting the video up because they actually caught this guy. Oh, man, it's just horrible. This guy is walking around in an I Heart New York hoodie. It couldn't be more terribly poetic. And he just walks up and he cold clocks Rick Moranis in the face for no reason and just walks away. It's just like, what the hell? But like I said, they caught this guy. They caught this guy recently. And so I'm glad that they got him off the street. But it's like, first of all, Rick Moranis, for a small dude, he must be in great shape because he took a blind punch right to the face. And he went down, but he got up and took himself to the hospital. So, tough dude. And what did this guy think he was going to do? You know what I mean? Like, you're going to knock out the Keymaster? Seriously? Did you see how he fought the damn Audrey 2 in Little Shop of Horrors? Rick Moranis is a tough dude, man. Don't sleep on Rick Moranis. He may be small, but don't sleep on him. You know what I'm saying? Like he and it's just like they got this guy. He was apprehended in the subway, again in the subway, of course, and so they get this guy, and I'm wondering, what do you say? Like, what does this guy say when he's in jail, right? You know what I mean? You have that awkward conversation with your cellmate, like, what did you in for? I punched Rick Moranis in the face. Are you fucking serious? What'd you do that for? What did you do, shrink your kids the day before? What kind of ridiculousness is this? It's just, but that's like goes to show you the randomness of the violence that's out there. The guy had no reason to do it. He didn't even know who he was hitting. And you know what? I hate to believe this, but I think that if Rick Moranis wasn't famous, the cops probably wouldn't have looked for him as hard as they did to find this guy. Because honestly, when it comes to the NYPD, it's a crapshoot. There are a lot of good cops out there, and I love cops. Don't get me wrong. But there are also a lot of lazy cops out there, and the good cops know the lazy cops. They you could report something to them, and they just like, that's your problem. You know what I mean? It's just like, if someone is not being murdered, they don't take it seriously. But they go through a lot too, and I'm not gonna come down on them. I mean, look, I've run into my fair share of bad cops. I've run into my fair share of good cops. It's, cops are like any other group of people. You got a few good apples, and you got a whole bunch of idiots. That's just how people work. Let's see what this. Apparently, this guy's 35. The suspect is called Marquise Ventura, and there's just no. he just punched him for no reason. Had nothing, no reason. And that's the kind of violence that we're dealing with out here. And I'm just like, ugh. But that's what it is. There are some good things. I mean, there's a good element to the internet phenomenon that's, I think, it's desensitizing all of us. And that is, some people have decided to post things for the public good, to warn people of certain things. And I bring that up because I saw this, I first saw it on TikTok, and then I realized they actually had a YouTube channel. It's called New York Creeps Spotlight. And it's kind of like To Catch a Predator, for those of you that are familiar with that show, where they would, set up people that were trolling the internet to meet with minors. And so this person does this basically for New York exclusively, it seems. It looks like he had a video or two from Atlantic City. So basically like the East Coast area. And he does the same thing, baits these pedophiles or whatever, gets them to commit, gets them to meet at a location, and then confronts them with the, with video and with evidence. And I bring that up because what was really bugged out, and I wish I could find his specific video, but someone on my Instagram had shared one of these videos, and it was somebody I went to high school with. It was a creepy dude that I had actually gone to high school with that got busted. And and the thing that affected me a lot was he was an EMT, and I was an EMT too. So to see that creepy ass dude that I actually knew, I didn't know him like that, like he wasn't my friend, but I knew who he was. To see him actually try to meet, I think it was they posed as a 15-year-old girl, and to try to meet her for sex was just, like it just made my skin crawl and my blood boil at the same time, because it's like, I knew him, and not for nothing, sometimes you get a sixth sense of certain things. You get like an intuition about certain things and people. I felt like this guy was going to be a creep back then. And this was, 15 years ago? I felt like this, at the time he was a kid, I felt like that person was not on the level at that time, let alone now. So, and the thing that makes me most upset is as I said, I used to be EMT. I was an EMT for a short while, gave it a go. It really wasn't for me. I had to start off in the private sector, and I didn't like it too much. It was too shady business model for me. So I got out of that. But I do know the care protocols, especially for New York City. And, I'm thinking like, man, they have to now go back and check this guy, all the people that he had treated, because if he treated any minors, God knows what the hell he was doing while they were in the back of the ambulance or whatever, or he got a free moment. You know what I mean? Little grabby here and there just to get his own kicks. It's disgusting. So I'm glad that there are people out there doing this. I pray for these people. I really do, because I mean, you never know how these interactions are going to go. These people don't work with the cops, so they don't have police protection or anything. And, some people may react violently. We talked about, the city getting violent, and it wouldn't astonish me if some of these people get crazy once they get confronted. It seems like the YouTube channel doesn't have as many videos as I've seen on the TikTok or on the Instagram, but there are a few videos here. This one I find really interesting. It's a female. It's the title of it is "Female Predator Comes to Pick Up 14-Year-Old Girl for Threesome." That is disturbing. For those that are watching on YouTube, you're gonna be able to see this. If you're not, then just listen. Morning.
How you doing? We're here to see Julie. Julie, we need to talk. It's very important. Because other than that, you could talk to the cops.
NANI? Oh, man.
Who you here to meet?
She's just there on her phone.
You supposed to meet Kelsey? She's only 14 years old.
Ooh.
Look at me, man. You're gonna get in a lot of trouble.
Text messages and
I got your Facebook, your Instagram. Your man did you dirty. Y'all both on this? Why are you doing this? Julie, look at me. This is serious. You're gonna go to jail for this.
I understand.
This is crazy.
What you're talking about.
Julie, I got you on video. Porn.
Alright.
Porn. You understand that?
Unbelievable.
Julie, you could get in trouble, Julie. You live on Facebook right now.
Oh, we got her on Facebook
You understand
Live.
me? What you did was illegal.
No problem.
Sending porn to a kid is illegal.
Oh, she said porn.
Okay. If you say
Tell your man,
This-
yeah, it's
this
illegal.
one's
You can go to
sickening.
jail. You want to call the cops
Her
right
and her
now?
man, and her,
Yo, please
this-
call the
that's
cops.
crazy. Her man sent her
You already
out
know
there
I'm
to
at.
meet the. Oh, that's just.
They did send porn to a kid.
That is crazy.
Julie, this is very serious. Tell Fredo you can get in trouble for
His
this.
name is Fredo.
I ain't come here for
His
violence.
name is Fredo.
I just came here to question you. That's all.
His name is Fredo. This makes me think of the Godfather.
Julie, please talk. This is the time to say sorry or something,
She's not
Julie.
saying anything.
I'm not here to harm you or nothing.
She's just all in. She's all
Somebody
in her
call
phone,
the
acting
cops.
like nothing's going on.
This is Julie, y'all. She's supposed to come here with her man. But he sent her instead. I'm pretty sure she's texting him right now. But yeah, call the cops. Queensboro Plaza.
Oh, it's in Queens. Yeah, it looked like Queensboro Plaza too. What she walking around? She got a stick. What's walking around with a stick for?
That's Julie, y'all. We got her on Facebook too. Don't worry about it. The video's going up.
See,
New York Creep Spotlight.
This goes to show you, man. A pedo can
You're the
be
first female predator I
anybody.
caught.
You know, predators
You can't
come
hook
in
up with
all
14
shapes and
little
sizes,
kids.
man.
It's illegal.
That
You
is
can't have sex with a
nasty.
14 little girl. It's illegal. Yeah, tell Fredo he's in trouble too. I got his pictures and everything.
Oh, got the boyfriend.
You have a good night.
Oh, damn, that looks like.
A very fucked up night. Your
I
video's
know
coming
that.
out
I know
soon.
that area too.
All right, Julie?
Yep,
Stay away from
I
little
definitely
girls.
know that area. I recognize the street. Wow.
What's going on, y'all?
That
Yeah, that was Julie.
That's crazy. That ugh. I tell you, if it's with, you know, I pride myself on being a rational person, but there's something about trying to get off from an underage person that really I just that's when the savage comes out of me. You know what I mean? Like that's when it's just like, nope, got no use for it. Nope. I just no deposit, no return, no get out of jail free card. Not about that life. So I mean, you know, God bless these people. I really hope that, you know, they stay safe and everything, because it is dangerous what they're doing. It is dangerous. But that was cold. Like one pedo sent the other pedo out there to meet the kid, and it was a setup. He said the male pedo sent the female pedo out there. Ain't that something? But I hope they both get reported, because this is nuts. But that, I mean, this is what's going on, you know. And the crazy thing to me is that, again, when I was coming up, these were just stories that you heard about. You didn't see it. You know, the internet wasn't as ubiquitous as it is right now. It wasn't everywhere to the point where it was on everyone's phone and everything got documented. Now you see it, and it makes you wonder, like, what the hell kind of what the hell kind of species do I belong to? Honestly, they're I don't know what it is. You know, I've read a few different books, and I'm probably going to review a few of them. There was one, I think, Guidelines for the 21st Century. I'm not sure if that's the title, but there's that one. There's Ben Shapiro's book, The Right Side of History. We're missing something in Western society. and it's a moral center. There's everyone's out there doing their own thing, and it seems like there are people that just they just don't have any boundaries, man. They just don't. And we're struggling to establish or reestablish a new paradigm. Because before, we had religion to give us boundaries. And then, the law kind of was built around that. And then slowly we got more secularized. But the core tenets was still the same. Now we're in a situation where there's no... Because religion is pretty much dying, going the way of the dinosaur. And because no one really trusts the government, it's like, well, who do you listen to now? And you would think that when people would, listen to their conscience, assuming that they have one. That's another dangerous assumption, because not everyone does, I don't think. But you would think that something in them would go, okay, this is wrong, and I know it's wrong, and it's wrong in every situation. But there's a lot of people, man, that it doesn't even enter into their head. Everyone's chasing this hedonism, this instant gratification, this get off, and they don't care about the repercussions of their actions, man. She was on there. For those that were watching on YouTube, she was sitting, and for those that weren't, I'm just saying, she was sitting there like it was just nonchalant. Like just nothing. Oh, I'm just waiting for this 14-year-old girl that me and my boyfriend are going to sexually assault. And she was just sitting like it was. Here's the thing. One would think that someone that's about to commit a heinous crime like that would be kind of like, on edge and, looking around and, checking things out, making sure there's nothing, She had such a... just a relaxed kind of waiting for the meetup, as if it was like a Tinder date or something. It was unreal. And the thing that scares me also is that tells me that this is not the first time. And they probably have done this before and got away with it. That's really creepy. And I wonder if this wasn't some kind of deeper grooming thing in this particular case. They're actually part of some kind of prostitution, because that's another thing that's going on out there. And man, it's unbelievable. And the crazy thing is that these like little people with little operations like this that are exposing these people, they're popping up all over. Like this is just one of a few, I think, that are operating in New York City. And I've seen a bunch from all over the country that are out there now. And it's just person after person, all different races, genders, creeds. It doesn't matter. They're all after the kids. It's... Ugh. I don't even want to think about it anymore, to be honest with you. I just can't. It's disgusting. It's disgusting what's happening out here, man. I don't know what to do about it. Hopefully someone a lot smarter than me figures this out and gets us back to some kind of normalcy and some kind of morality. But I don't know. I don't know if we have that left. I mean, we're facing another lockdown. Did you know that? One of presumptive President Biden's advisors is talking about a 4 to 6 week total lockdown of the country to stem the spread of COVID. Another full lockdown, 4 to 6 weeks. People are stocking up. Smart people are stocking up. Fortunately, I don't have to. I'm a bit of a prepper myself, so I think I'm okay. But if you haven't stocked up, I suggest you do so. Because a 4 to 6 week lockdown, man, we're not even gonna know what the country's gonna look like once that thing is over with. Because the businesses that manage to hold on this long, the small businesses, 4 to 6 weeks is a death sentence. They're not coming back. We're gonna be left with basically what? Walmart, Target, Amazon. That's it to get everything. There'll be no small businesses left. It'll just be those giant mega companies providing us with everything. And I bought a bidet personally. I bought a bidet because I was seeing videos online of people beating the shit out of each other over toilet paper in March. And I said, I'm not going through that. All right, I'm going to get me a nice little bidet. It cost me like less than $40. Highly recommended. Never thought I'd be promoting bidets, but invest in one. It's worth it to not have to, tussle with somebody in Target for toilet paper. Because it's getting things are getting real. Things are getting really real. And I've been watching COVID or the expansion of COVID since well before it made it to the United States, man. I was watching what China was doing, the other countries in Southeast Asia were doing, and I was like, this is going to be bad, and let me stock up, and I'm hella glad that I did, because it got real, and it got real fast, and we are facing that again. And here's the thing. People that are in certain fields, just stick to their own field. Don't try to comment or interject into things that you don't know anything about. Like the advisor here, his name's Dr. Michael Osterholm. I don't know if I butchered that last name, but that's the guy. Now he's the one pushing for the 4 to 6 week lockdown. Okay, he's a doctor. He knows infectious diseases, but he also said the government could borrow enough money to pay for that package, and that would cover the cost of lost income for individuals and businesses during the government shutdown. What the hell are you talking about, Dr. Michael? The government could just borrow money. Yeah, just borrow enough money to cover everyone. It's no problem at all. As if he's like this renowned economist that can account for the long-term impact of the government just borrowing money and giving it to everyone. I'm not an economist, but even I know that sounds like it's going to be a bad idea in the long term. So, Doc, stick to the diseases, man. Just, work on the vaccine or do whatever you need to do. But if we're talking about, managing the economy, just don't even comment on it. But see, that's the thing. That's what we have to prepare for. That's why we have to prepare as individuals. Because the fact is, I've noticed that people that have big degrees love to talk about things that are not in their field, just because they think that their degree in something else makes them smart enough to comment on it. It's a crazy world that we're living in, man. It really is insane, and it's enough to discourage you. That's why I read. I love short stories. Short uplifting stories or short cerebral stories to bring you to that. That brings me to the one that's the featured book, and a very short book for today. It's called The Egg by Andy Weir. Great short story. There's even like little cartoons about it on YouTube. You can watch it. It's like 7 minutes long. As a short story goes, it's very short, but it is so deep and so profound. It makes you think about life so differently. And makes you really contemplate your actions in this life and how you treat people. I don't really want to talk too much about it because it's really short. It's worth just either listening to it or reading it. And it has like this twist ending. It has everything. It's a really, really great short story. And it does make you think. It does make you think. And it does have a kind of an uplifting, I would say an uplifting message at the end of it. So it's worth it. Again, it's called The Egg by Andy Weir. I could have played the whole thing, the whole clip from YouTube on the show today, but I don't want to do that. I'd like to just put the information out there and let you guys, search for it yourself if you want. Don't want to force any text or stories on you guys. But yeah, I loved it when I first heard. I actually bought the audiobook of that. And when I first listened to it, I was like, wow, that is deep. That is deep and profound. And, yeah. So, you guys, that's it for today's show. Thank you guys so much for listening. For everyone that's been supporting, I've been looking at my analytics, watching it go up every day. Can't tell you, how grateful I am to you guys for doing that. So listen, I hope you guys, everyone, stay safe out there. You know, stock up as best you can, get ready, and hopefully we all make it through this thing together. Because at the end of the day, all we have is each other. That's deep and profound. I'm gonna leave it there. It's your boy Rich, aka Library Monster on TikTok, and this has been another episode of Behind the Library. Thank you guys. I'll see you next time.